name's Skip McNutt, and wanted to share a few moments with you. I've got a bit of a time constraint because you can only put in so much material into a YouTube video. Number one, let me start here to understand that the whole sales process, selling, I'm going to offend somebody because there's a lot of people writing books about sales training. The whole sales process is flawed to begin with, because most of the sales process as we understand it today is a process of trying to convince other people to do something that is more in alignment with what we believe or what we see than what they may want or need. Great quote, I don't know where it came from, but those convinced against their will are of the same opinion still. Sales is not or should not be a process of convincing other people on any level, or manipulating people to see a particular perspective, even for long enough to get them to sign on the bottom line. It shouldn't be about that at all. Sales, if it's done right, is a process of communicating with a purpose. Now, if you need to rerun that a few times and pass this on to anybody in your network, if you have a downline in network marketing, this is a key phrase. Sales is not a process of convincing others. It is a process of communicating with purpose. So there's two things here. Look at the word communication. That's to communicate. That's a two-way thing. You need an exchange of ideas. You need to know what people need. People need to know what you have. And it's not a process of convincing anybody. It is what it is. In one sense of the word, it is a process of matchmaking. Find out what people have, and if what you have will match their need. It's a fairly simple process, a very basic concept. There's a purpose here. What is the purpose of your communication? The purpose is to discover what that need is and lead to you to a point where you can actually come together on that need in one common purpose or goal. Now, what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying not to build salespeople. I'm not trying to turn anybody into a salesperson. That's the last thing I want to do. What I am doing is I'm looking at how do I help people become leaders. We're looking at the network marketing industry as, right now, as big as it is. It's fledgling, and it's going to get a lot bigger because people are just now discovering just how awesome and powerful it really is, that it really is of substance, it is legitimate, and a lot of influential people involved in it. That's number one. Number two, there's a huge need. Our economy is poor. A lot of people out of work or underemployed, and they need something. And so we're really, I think, looking at some of the early days of when network marketing can really shine and show what it's capable of. There's so many pressures against conventional small business now, and so many cost factors that, Lord knows, it's tough to be in small business. But network marketing is a little different issue. So I'm looking to develop leaders. Leaders are people who lead through service. There is a concept of servants. I think that servant leadership is powerful. You don't lead because you have an idea and you try to convince other people to think like you do. You lead because you serve others. You support the need of others. You demonstrate the ability to go somewhere that other people want to go, and that you are a person that they want to follow in that process, which means, as a leader, you have to operate with integrity. You have to have sincerity of purpose. And if you cut to the chase and quit trying to convince people of anything, your product, your service, your opportunity, you're going to do a lot better in gaining followers, because followers want to follow somebody who's operating with integrity in what they do. Okay? A person who is a servant leader gains influence, and they influence a lot of people. And understanding network marketing, the whole process here is to be able to influence a lot of people in a positive way that would encourage them to do that which is good for them. If you're going to sell through a network of people, there's certain things that have to be fairly simple. And if you're trying to communicate complex ideas and methods and strategies to manipulate people, you're going to lose. Simple as that. You're going to lose. If, however, you have a simple process, and here's the process. The process is this. Let's look at some words. Yeah. Who, where, attention, ask, share, and ask. Let's start with the word who. Who is it you're looking to attract? Who is your market? What's your target market? Who are the people that are going to have the greatest likelihood of wanting the service, product, or opportunity that you offer? So start with who. Where are you going to find them? If you're online, you're going to go to the places where those people hang out. There are forums, there are lots of places on the network where people ask questions. And you can use keywords to find people that are looking for what you have to offer. So there's various places you can learn how to research on the net to find the people, the audience that you want to attract. Number two, or three, you've got to get their attention. And you get their attention in some very simple ways, and this is all something that we teach, but there's some very simple and basic ways to get people's attention. Then you have to ask the question, and this is very simple. If you're communicating with a real purpose, then the purpose is to find out what they need and to find out if what they need matches with what you have. That process begins with questions. What is it you're looking for? Will this that I have work for you, and have we got a match? So you start out with some very basic questions. So from there, in that process, you come to the word share. You at some point, you don't sell anything. You share with people what you have, but you're not trying to convince them of anything. If you do convince somebody that's unsure about what they really want, then you really haven't won the battle anyway, because they're going to drop away. They're sure not going to give you any referrals. So the fact is, you want to share what people have, and if it's really something they can be enthusiastic about, good, that's going to work. And then you have to ask again, does this look like a good fit for you? Basically. There's this process you go through. When this process is working, it's absolutely powerful. So the trick now is, you've got some of these skills, you've got some of these this process in mind of keeping it simple, learning to communicate with a purpose, and now you want to do it in such a way that it's automated 24/7, and that you literally put people through what we call a funnel. If you know where to put the funnel, so you're attracting the right people in the first place. They come into this funnel, and they really process themselves through the funnel to get to the point where you have somebody who has a genuine interest, is ready, willing, and able. And now you have a way that you can go to market and be effective. Now, when you actually talk to somebody, they're already pre-qualified. They already have demonstrated an interest. They may have even purchased some affiliate products from you by this time. And now you're dealing with somebody that is ready to roll up their sleeves and come alongside, or quite likely, much more likely than if you're just trying to solicit your friends, family, neighbors, your barber, your postman, whomever. You're much more likely to be in front now of people who have an interest, and spend your time wisely. There's a lot more information on this, and there's a system of creating a funnel and processing people through so that you can effectively reach your market and find yourself, instead of selling one-on-one, find yourself actually selling through a network of hundreds, if not thousands of people, and replicating that process in such a way that now you start to understand why so many people are making so much money, because they're not selling one at a time. Replicating simple principles through a network of people who are, as a result, literally marketing what they have to thousands of people, and you are in a position in that network where you're gaining the benefit of that and helping others do the same. So, great quote by Zig Ziglar. You can have anything in life you want if you help enough other people get what they want. That's a great quote. So I wish you well with it, and I put a website on the screen. I want you to go to that website and check it out. That's where the system is that will create a funnel that gives you 24/7 access to the audience you want to reach. I will say this, it will cost you $1 to gain admission for 30 days. Go to that site, spend your $1, check it out, and I'll talk to you soon.